Thanks, everybody, for checking out the Wrestle Cave YouTube channel. Super J, Mad Mike here, as always. Your Wrestle Cave Handicap Tag Team Champions of the world. The Wrestle Dog wasn't able to be here with us at the moment, so we got Killer for just sitting in for the Wrestle Dog. Anyway, we're here to do a kick-ass review, no bullshit review here on the Wrestle Cave about a preview and predictions about WWE No Mercy SmackDown Live only pay-per-view this Sunday. I'm pretty excited about it. What about you, Mad Mike?
I'm always excited for WWE events.
Yeah, especially on a WWE network, man, you know, and getting these pay-per-views, you know, now it seems like every few weeks, I can get used to this.
I could too.
You know what I mean? I can get used to it. You know, obviously, I think SmackDown Live has been the A show.
Yeah.
Now, ever since the draft. And, you know, maybe that's part of Finn Balor being hurt. Also, Sasha Banks was hurt for a bit. And, you know, just like you said, maybe they're going ahead and making SmackDown Live look better right now.
Yeah.
And they want a stronger roster, a better show, so they can go ahead and get better ratings on SmackDown.
Yeah, because they've been speaking about that. You know, we want SmackDown up here.
Now
we want Raw here.
Exactly. Now, you know, eventually I think they're going to try to get both here to here. But tell us what you guys think about which brand has been better since it started. You know, I think the main event power has been on SmackDown with Cena, Orton, you know, and then Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. So, you know, obviously SmackDown Live has got everybody talking. So let's get the, you know, the card going. I know on the pre-show they've announced that it's going to be Baron Corbin, okay, the Lone Wolf, against Jack Swagger, the new and improved Jack Swagger, new to SmackDown. Now, I don't know about you, but why are they putting this show on the pre-show?
Yeah, it should be on the main show.
Yeah, we've talked about this before in the last couple days. They need to have, you know, the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin on TV, you know, getting exposure to, you know, us fans, because how are they going to build, you know, main eventers without having them on TV? And Baron Corbin won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He's a big guy. I expect, you know, him to be the, you know, the big guy on over there on SmackDown Live. And it's like he's on TV 1 week, he takes a couple weeks off, then they have him on TV, and then a week off. So they really haven't had him on TV consistently. I know that they had a little match set up with Kalisto, then he got hurt. But even over the last 6-7 weeks, Baron Corbin has been doing nothing. And here on, you know, he lost on SmackDown. Actually, it looks like he was trying to grab the ropes, but he tapped out. They had him lose, you know, a bullshit way. You know, some of that booking by WWE, which makes no sense.
Great.
But yeah, it looks like Baron Corbin is going to get the win here this Sunday. I expect it to be a good match on the pre-show, and I'm picking Baron Corbin to win with the end of days. What about you, man, Mike?
I'm picking Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger. Wow.
Because he's new, he's the new guy for SmackDown Live.
You know, Jack Swagger's a big guy, too. If you saw him face-to-face with Baron Corbin, I mean, he's pretty much going to go toe-to-toe with him.
Oh, for sure.
Jack Swagger won Money in the Bank back at WrestleMania 26, and then back in 2010, and even won the title, you know, a couple days later, beating Chris Jericho. He didn't hold the title for more than a few months, but, you know, he was definitely, you know, a quality wrestler and a good guy to have on your roster. You know, just a great wrestler to have on the roster. So that's what's good. Pre-show's going to be. And everybody knows that can be seen on the WWE Network. But as the match, you know, there's 7 total matches for the actual show, and then you have the pre-show match between Corbin and then Jack Swagger. But the matches start out like this. Kurt Hawkins, the returning Kurt Hawkins, he was once a tag team with Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, and they were called the Edgeheads. They were Edge lookalikes when they first came into WWE back in 07. And helped Edge with one of his title runs. And then they were tag team champions for a bit. And then Kurt Hawkins left the company. Now, from what I understand, he's made a, you know, name for himself on the independent circuit. And I've seen him do some stuff with a guy that I like and my daughter likes, name's Grim. He does Grim's Toy Show, which is pretty cool over there. Yeah, shout out to Grim. We like you, Grim. Keep the good work up. But Kurt Hawkins, back in WWE with the WWE contract, he's been doing these, you know, bullshit promos over the last 5 or 6 weeks, it seems like an eternity. And he's doing saying stupid stuff, you know, like, I don't play with action figures play with Kurt Hawkins. You know what I mean? Yeah, and all this crazy stuff, you know what I mean? And Kurt Hawkins, I don't know, I've heard that he's been wrestling on the shows as a heel type character. They've actually had him wrestle before some of the SmackDown Live shows and stuff like that. So, you know, it looks like he's going to be a heel. I'd like to see him as a face. I mean, some of the promos that they've done have kind of made me interested in Kurt Hawkins a little bit. And I'm excited to see where they're going to go. I think he's just going to face a nobody, a local wrestler, and probably get, a dominating win within a couple minutes. So I'm picking Kurt Hawkins to get this win.
I'm picking the same because...
Yeah, I think he's going to be, a mid-card, maybe fight for the IC title or something like that. Nice little addition to SmackDown. Next we have the match going on with Nikki Bella going up against Carmella. They've had this little rivalry go on even before, SmackDown Live's first pay-per-view Backlash.
Yeah.
A month ago.
That's
These
true.
girls have been fighting off and on ever since Nikki Bella returned. And, Carmella, man, she was an unexpected, call-up from NXT. And, she used to be a manager for Enzo and Big Cass back in NXT. From what I understand, she's dating Big Cass. And what a luck guy. Big Cass, man. Carmella's a beautiful woman. So is Nikki Bella. She's dating John Cena. But these girls are finally going to get in the ring and get a piece of each other on Sunday. And I'm picking Nikki Bella to get the win here. I mean, how can you go wrong? Nikki returning. She's got the Big Bella show coming up. Yeah. It's finally her turn,
exactly.
To get the big win here on No Mercy. And we'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
I picked the same dude.
Next, after that, there's a matchup that it's the same thing. It's been going on since after SummerSlam. They've been having a little rivalry go on, and that's Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
They've done probably the coolest program, one-on-one feud, probably, in the last few months on any WWE TV, including NXT, including SmackDown Live and Raw. And, I mean, they've had, just...
Oh, yeah.
Bray Wyatt's character has really, excelled here in this run. And Randy Orton, he was injured. He wasn't able to actually fight at Backlash. And then Kane took his place, ended up beating Randy Orton. Kane ended up being Bray Wyatt in a no-holds-barred match after Randy Orton came out and helped by RKOing Bray Wyatt. But over the last few weeks, man, they've done some cool backstage stuff, boiler room stuff. And, Randy Orton. Yeah, absolutely. It gives you a little bit more to the show. Mm-hmm. And the way they kept it going on throughout the night. The last couple times, to where the one time where Randy Orton, had to pick between one door and another.
Yeah.
And then this week when Bray Wyatt was locked inside of the trailer, it looked like, and Randy Orton had the door closed. And, Randy Orton's character's really been, I think, leveled up a little bit too, if you ask me, because just the way that, Randy Orton, has always, he's the Viper, he's got the, the coolest finisher in WWE. And maybe ever in the RKO, and he does it so perfectly, can hit it out of nowhere. But Randy Orton, his character is sometimes bland. That's been one of his problems with me. You know what I mean? I think he's a better heel.
I think now where he's at, perfect.
Yeah, and I think by doing these little promos with Bray Wyatt and this little rivalry going on, and Randy Orton playing the mind games, I think it's definitely knocked Randy Orton up a notch. And, got me interested in Randy Orton since his return, since he got his ass whooped by Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, man. I told you I've been having fucking nightmares, okay? I was having nightmares for a month with Brock Lesnar attacking me or trying to kill me, and I couldn't do nothing about it, man. I'm a hurt, disabled guy. And this beast of a man, Brock Lesnar, was haunting me in my dreams, man, and it was some scary shit. I'm not even going to lie, man. I don't even want to tell you guys because it's kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. All right? But, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, finally they're going to get in the ring and get that one-on-one match. I'm very excited to see it. And I'm kind of cross because the rumors are Randy Orton's going to be fighting AJ Styles towards the, the end of the year here in 2016 for the WWE World Title. But then, Bray Wyatt...
But then they said they're going to push him.
Yeah, they're always talking about pushing Bray Wyatt, who seems like he's been waiting on a push forever because, he puts so many guys over and he takes so much TV time with these promos. And, they're very interesting.
And they're,
Yeah, and they've got you, glued to the TV, and you're really invested in his character, but they need to give him a push, man. Mm-hmm. I said it, in 2017, I expect Bray Wyatt to, big things. And maybe if they, get him away from being a bad guy, with the Wyatt family. I know Eric Rowan just had shoulder surgery, from what I understand. He's going to be out from a torn rotator cuff in his shoulder for maybe a year, 6 months to a year. And then Luke Harper is coming back, but he's wrestling on the Raw brand house shows right now. So, I mean, it looks like the Wyatt family's going to be done. Why not make Bray Wyatt a good guy? You know what I mean? Look when they made The Undertaker a good guy in the early 90s. It made him so popular.
It did.
You know what I mean? He had Paul Bearer come out.
But we talked about this. Bray Wyatt, in my opinion, shouldn't be a heel, shouldn't be a good guy.
Yeah.
He should just be Bray Wyatt.
Right.
Do his Bray Wyatt shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, especially now in WWE where... fans more than ever, I've been one fan ever since I've been 5, 6 years old. I've always cheered the bad guys. I would always root for Ric Flair and the Vaders and, The Rock back in the corporation. I was always I like everybody, but I always cheer for the bad guys. I always really enjoyed their characters and the way they portrayed themselves. But, finally they're going to get in the ring. I'm going to pick Randy Orton to win with an RKO out of nowhere. I expect it to be maybe somehow, Bray. They're not going to make Bray Wyatt look like shit.
No.
It's going to be a good match. Randy Orton's going to do some way to get over and get the win. But who do you got?
I've been going back and forth. I say if they want to push Bray Wyatt, and they're talking about pushing Bray Wyatt, give him the win.
It's the time to do it. Hopefully they do, man. I think Bray Wyatt's got to get a push here at some point, man. I know Mad Mike's favorite is Bray Wyatt here in the new era, and how can you go wrong? You know what I mean? He's probably the coolest character they've had, in a decade, in my opinion. And in WWE, where they've started to bring characters back over the last few years, but Bray Wyatt has obviously been the best. They just need to really give him a push and see where he can go.
Exactly.
But after that, we've got a matchup that people have been, talking about and really invested in, this rivalry between The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, lost to Dean Ambrose fighting for the WWE World Championship. He didn't win at SummerSlam. But ever since then, they've had Dolph Ziggler involved in this program with The Miz one-on-one. And The Miz is hitting these promos. He's been on fire for the last 90 days, man.
Oh, my God.
He's had a great Intercontinental title run since after WrestleMania. And he's just really been looking like $1 million, man. He's got the best looking manager and valet in all of wrestling right now, and his wife Maurice, and the outfits she wears are just breathtaking. And makes you really glued to the TV when The Miz is on, which says a lot because The Miz is not a great in-ring performer.
No.
He's a good opponent. He puts people over, but if you want The Miz to have a great match, he's got to be in the ring with a high flyer or somebody that can really,
or like Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
Dolph Ziggler will make The Miz look like $1 million.
Yes. Dolph Ziggler makes anybody look good. And he has.
Exactly.
He used to be called the Show Off, and then he was just off the show for a little bit there. They had him losing and stuff like that, but now Dolph Ziggler has said that he's putting his career on the line for one last shot at the Intercontinental title. Mm-hmm. And The Miz made a little video program about Dolph Ziggler this week. Even had some of the Spirit Squad, a couple of the cheerleaders. I saw Kenny out there, which was hilarious. Yeah. And Kenny looks in pretty good shape, man. I wouldn't mind to see him come back to NXT and see if he can get his career going back. But The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, it looks like this program's finally going to end. And, I expected it to be in some type of cage match or something like that, but they've got Hell in a Cell on the Raw brand this month, so they didn't want to have too much, steel going on this month in the pay-per-views. So Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. It looks like the rumors are online are saying that Dolph Ziggler's career in the WWE is coming to an end because his contract's up here in the next month. And, are they going to let Dolph Ziggler go out like this? Are they going to have him lose to The Miz and his career be over? I guess we're going to find out on Sunday. It's very hard to pick a winner here, but I can't see them making Dolph Ziggler look this bad without putting him over. Without putting him over, Mm-hmm. And they've got all these great heels on SmackDown right now, like Baron Corbin, and they've got, Kurt Hawkins, who's going to make his debut Sunday, and a few other guys. They, in order to get a title on a Baron Corbin, an Intercontinental title on a Baron Corbin, they've got to put it on a face, a good guy first. So I see them putting it on Dolph Ziggler, and then maybe by the end of the year or in early 2017, maybe putting a title on Baron Corbin. I'd like to see that.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I got I don't know. I've been reading a lot of stuff about his contract being up, but I would like to see Dolph come through with the win.
Yeah. I agree there. The Miz, he's looking like $1 million. I don't think him losing the title is going to hurt him at all. No. I mean, if anything, it will just put him onto another program with somebody else.
Yeah.
But next title up for grabs is the SmackDown Tag Team titles, and Heath Slater and Rhino are the SmackDown Tag Team champions with those beautiful blue and silver belts. I mean, they really did a nice job with those belts. WWE did. And Rhino and Heath Slater, man, a tag team, the first ever SmackDown Live Tag Team champions, an unexpected tag team. We never expected them to tag team up. And, Rhino and Heath Slater have been the champions. They won at Backlash. And they actually beat the Usos, who were going through a heel, turn at the same time. The same time as Backlash was around. And ever since then, the Usos, man, have been taking out everybody's knee and going for the lower body. of, you know, American Alphas, Chad Gable. They've been going after Zack Ryder. They've been going after anybody they can get their hands on and trying to take out their lower body, you know, their legs. And when people can't walk, I think they can't get up.
Exactly.
You know, but you know, finally the Usos, I think, are finally going to get the win here and get the tag team titles. I mean, I haven't seen a heel turn of a tag team in the WWE look this good in a while. I mean, they really have turned totally 360. They got rid of the face paint. You know, they got rid of the colorful clothing.
All that dumb shit.
Yeah, they're coming out. They're coming out like a couple gangsters now, man. You know, they are, man. That's what they are. They're coming out like a couple Samoan gangsters. And I think the Usos are going to win the titles here and then eventually lose to American Alpha. But I think it's going to be a good match.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think it should be. And Rhino and Heath Slater are always entertaining. And then, like I said, the Usos, they're so on fire right now. They cannot have them lose 2 pay-per-views in a row to Heath Slater and Rhino. I don't think they can do it. You know. Now, there's only a couple matches left here in the pay-per-view, but they should be goodies. The first one is Becky Lynch, the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion with that blue belt, putting a title on the line against Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss with the Harley Quinn hairstyle going on right now, you know, she's definitely...
Harley Quinn's a big thing. Now
yeah, I know. My 5-year-old daughter wants to be Harley Quinn for Halloween. And it's kind of upsetting because she wanted to be Sasha Banks. And we were like, man, that's pretty cool, you know? Yeah. And now everybody wants to be Harley Quinn, so it looks like we got to get a Harley Quinn costume. But it is... Anyways, you know, the matchup here with Becky Lynch, man, she's just straight fire! Man, I like Becky Lynch, man. She's a good-looking woman, but she can wrestle. She finally waited her turn, you know, and she got rewarded big time as being the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. I mean, that will be looked back at 10 years from now. I think that's a big accomplishment. You know, part of the Four Horsewomen. And she's the only one of them that are actually on SmackDown. You know, Bayley, Sasha, and Charlotte are all on Raw, and Becky Lynch is holding her own on SmackDown. And, you know, SmackDown Live, in my opinion, has got the better women's... you know, division right now. You know, with Nikki Bella, Carmella, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and then the champion, Becky Lynch. So, I mean, a great division. But I think Becky Lynch, there's no way Becky Lynch loses. Alexa Bliss is definitely going to look good in this match. They're pushing her hard, which is no pun intended. But Alexa Bliss, man, she worked so hard at NXT. And it seemed like just overnight, she became a wrestler overnight and started doing these moonsaults, backflips. Yeah, that's just how it goes, man. They just, you know, they pick it up right there, and then WWE says they've got it, and then they put them on TV, and they start having them, you know, put on some good matches. But I expect it to be a good match, and I'm picking Becky Lynch to win this. I don't think there's any way she loses.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
Same as you.
Yeah.
I'm a Becky Lynch fan like crazy. So.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely like the orange hair. And the, you know, the
red now, I think.
Reddish orange, whatever it is.
Whatever.
We like it.
Yes.
You know. But Becky Lynch, I don't expect her to lose the title.
Shout out to Becky Lynch.
Yeah, shout out to Becky Lynch. We love you, Becky. But anyway, I don't think there's any way that Becky Lynch loses the title till at least 2017 at the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. And I think that's when Asuka's going to get brought up from NXT. I think Asuka, putting a Japanese women's wrestler along with SmackDown. And then over on Raw, I think Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be up there right after WrestleMania, or maybe at the Rumble. But we're going to, you know, we'll see. You know what I mean? And we'll go on to the next match. The next match is the main event. And it's a triple threat showdown, which should be a goodie. I mean, you got Dean Ambrose, the guy who lost his title after getting kicked in the fucking balls by AJ Styles. It was a phenomenal kick to the balls, Mike.
It was.
It was. It
kick
was.
to the nuts.
And then he gave him, what was it? The Styles Clash.
Yeah.
And it was over. And, you know, we were, you know, screaming. We were screaming. We were happy guys, just like you guys were. AJ Styles, he's phenomenal, dude. You know what I mean? He made
He's the only guy that got pushed that quick.
Yes, I mean, who would have ever, you know, thought that? Especially coming from a different promotion.
Not even a year.
Yes, 8 months. You know what I mean? There's been some guys that have been pushed in that much, like Kurt Angle. He got pushed in right under a year. Brock Lesnar. You know, but those guys never were at another competing company for, you know, a decade or longer. You know what I mean? So. And same thing with Booker T when he came from WCW. He didn't get the world title in WWE.
No.
You know, never got the WWE title, but he won the world title on SmackDown brand back, you know, 5 years later after he came in. So AJ Styles, man, he is on fire right now, man. And, you know, just they turned him into a heel, and he plays a heel so great, man. He seems like just such a Southern country asshole. And he can back it up, you know what I mean? He don't take no shit, and he ain't about nothing. He's a phenomenal one. He's phenomenal, man. AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, and a third man, John Cena. Okay, John Cena's a 15-time WWE champion, okay, heavyweight champion of the world. He's going to try to tie Ric Flair and become 16-time champion.
I would like to see that.
You know, Cena hasn't held a title in over 2 years since he lost it at Night of Champions 2014 to Brock Lesnar. You know, and John Cena, ever since then, he's been in the mid-card and the main event, but never actually winning that title and tying Ric Flair's 16th, you know, world title run. But I don't expect John Cena to win it now here at No Mercy.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool, but
cool.
The rumor is that John Cena is going to do some filming of that new TV show that he does American Grit to end 2016. He'll be back right around Christmas time. So I expect AJ Styles to get the win here. I don't expect John Cena to actually get his 16th title win till either at the Royal Rumble in front of over 50,000 at the Alamo Dome or WrestleMania 33 down in Orlando. The same place where Ric Flair got retired.
And where the
back
Hurricanes are.
WrestleMania 24. Yeah, and where the Hurricanes are traveling right through. They even closed down Disney World, man. I'm not even... You know, that's just wild to me. It's like the third time ever. And, you know, if anybody's living down in Florida, please be safe.
Yes, please.
And, you know, our prayers go out to... Our prayers and thoughts go out to all the people that are going through that right now. But, you know... No Mercy should be a fun pay-per-view.
So who do you
if I'm going to
got
pick anybody in that triple threat match, I got to pick AJ Styles, man, because he's just on fire.
Yep.
I don't see they take the title off of him right now. It'd be stupid too. They've got to save John Cena winning the title for you know, a big event in front of 50, 60,000 people. Because if he does win it, he's going to get booed out the building. You know what I mean?
It's going to
the
be
people,
great.
you know, yeah, it's just the way the people are.
Yeah.
I've got respect for John Cena. You know, he's obviously a great person with all the Make-A-Wish stuff he does. He's a hard worker, and you know, he's John Cena. You know, he's grown on me. You know, I used to hate John Cena with a passion. I still do inside, but I have to respect him and what he does for the wrestling industry.
You hate him, but you love him.
Yeah, I hate him, but I love him at the same time. But AJ Styles wins this, and you know, I expect AJ to get a pin on Dean Ambrose. I don't expect them to make Cena look bad here. So I see Dean Ambrose getting pinned by AJ. And what do you think?
I think AJ for sure.
AJ.
Yep, I think, like I said, he's 15-time champ, John Cena. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool.
Yeah, but I just think they're going to save it for a bigger, you know, inter-promotional pay-per-view, and where they're going to have more viewers and more people in the seats. But it should be a phenomenal match. I mean, I told you about this. They're having a Hell in a Cell match, you know, later in the month at the Hell in a Cell Raw pay-per-view. So they've got to have this pay-per-view, this triple threat match. No disqualification. Every triple threat match is no disqualification. They've got to burn the roof off or tear the roof off of this place, man.
You got to burn this motherfucker down.
Yeah, they're going to have to, bro. They're going to have to. I think someone's going to get put through commentators' tables. It's going to be one hell of a triple threat match. They've got the perfect ingredients for a great main event and a great show. So I expect it to be good. I expect it to be a phenomenal pay-per-view with a phenomenal one, AJ Styles, again, leaving as the WWE World Champion. Please tell us what you guys think below. Tell us who you think are going to be the winners of this matches. And, you know, we also started a new Facebook page, and it's called, I'm sorry, we have a Facebook page called The Wrestle Cave. Make sure you put THE space and then Wrestle Cave. We're trying to get more followers for that. Yeah, Wrestle Cave with a K. And the same thing as our YouTube channel. And then also we started on Twitter. Please look for the Wrestle Cave on Twitter. And, you know, we're just starting that out, so please bear with us. But we appreciate everybody commenting and saying how much you appreciate the videos. It really does mean a lot. Yeah, we love you guys. You guys rock. It really does mean a lot. And, you know, it really does, you know, bring happiness to us to do this stuff. We really like WWE. We love it. We've been a big fan of wrestling and of WWE in particular for 20 long years. 25 years for me, probably 25 for you too, Mad Mike. And, you know, just, you know, so glad to be a part of WWE. Thanks for being a part of the Wrestle Cave YouTube channel, and we'll check you guys out next time. Thanks for watching our review. We're going to have more unboxings coming up this weekend. Also, Uncle Artie is sending a special package to the Wrestle Cave with some things that you're not going to see anywhere else other than the Wrestle Cave, so it's going to be exclusive to here. So please check us out for those videos. Again, like, comment, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and tell us what you think. We really love your comments, and you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy No Mercy. Peace out.